Hey guys, today I have a very minty, beautiful, perfect for spring makeup look to share with you. I'm really excited because this is very easy to do and totally wearable. So we are starting by priming our skin. This is the basic stuff here. I'm gonna kind of not skip through, but we are quickly going to go through the foundation and powdering and whatnot, and all the products that I use will be listed below. I am going to be doing an updated foundation routine very soon. The only thing I did different on this particular day is I didn't over highlight the face. I really just gently highlighted all the key areas, and then I took a little bit of the concealer on my lids as a primer as well, setting with my Velour Puff and a little Coty Airspun powder, and then we will move into contouring the nose. I'm going through a phase where contouring the nose is super important to me. I just like the way it looks, and I prefer doing this than spending a lot of time contouring the jawline or cheekbones or anything else like that. You just want to make sure it's really blended, and anyone can do it. And here I am just hitting the perimeter of my face with a little bronzer just to warm the skin up, not to really add a chiseled look, and topping that off with a little bit of blush. And we're ready to fill in our brows. I am just shaping them slightly. I don't want them to look too defined. I am just sharpening up the lower part of my brow first, and then I work on the front part, and then I follow the natural arch on the top part of my brow. I comb through with a spoolie and repeat the process until I have them defined how I want them for that day. I do change my brows up a little bit look to look. Here I wanted them to be somewhat soft but still have a little bit of shape. And I am using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium ash. I love this guy for creating a very natural but sharp at the same time look. Now we're moving into the mint. This is actually drugstore. I searched high and low for a beautiful minty shade, and this was the best one that I found. What I'm doing here is just packing it all over the lid. You want to be very careful that you are not taking that color any further than the top of your lid. You don't want to take it into the crease, and you want to make sure that you are pressing the color in, not using sweeping motions, otherwise you'll just move the color everywhere. So now we are taking the shade Bliss from the Stila in the light palette, and this shade is so gorgeous. It really helps to just intensify and frame that mint color. It's a beautiful taupey shade. It looks more warm in the actual palette, but it applies quite taupish, and I went back for seconds on the brush for each eye, but you can layer and build up the color as much as you want. Just make sure that you are softening that shade in the crease and making things look really, really blended. Now we're taking the shade Sandstone. This is a deep chocolate brown. I am taking a thinner crease brush, and I am just wiggling that color on the outer edge first and dragging it in towards the inner corner. I am making sure that I am not getting the outer edge of the lid. You notice, normally I kind of swirl my brush around and I get that color right on the edge of my eye, but here I'm wanting that green to pop through as much as possible. So what I'm doing instead is just dragging a little bit of that color down halfway through the lower lash line, and that just creates that intensity on the outer corner still, but without taking away from the mint. So now we are further amping up that mint shade. You could skip this step if you wanted to just keep it really, really soft, but I wanted to intensify the color. So by wetting my brush, it does bring to life a foiled look to any eyeshadow that's shimmery whatsoever. It will kind of intensify the color. I'm focusing more on the inner corner and the center of the lid, and really just keeping things light on the outer edge of the lid. Now I'm dragging that color starting in the center of the eye on the lower lash line in towards the tear duct, and this will just brighten and bring more attention to the colorfulness of this look altogether. Taking the same brush, we're going to go back into the same palette and grab that Aqua shade, and we are going to pack this on the outer third of the lid, making sure that you don't go up into the crease. You want to keep that taupey shade and the brown shade right where they're at and not overpowered by the brightness of this color. So just be careful how you're placing the shade. It's just meant to add a little definition and really enhance how beautiful that mint shade is. It kind of just brings everything together. Once you have the Aqua shade placed where you like it, you're going to want to grab a little bit more of that mint shade and make sure that everything is blended where the two colors meet to create a really soft transition of color. And now we're moving on to a little liner. It's really important to line your eyes when you're using pastel or bright shades, otherwise your eyes can just get lost. So I am doing not a crazy wing, but it's definitely noticeable. I'm holding my eyelid taut. I am doing a somewhat thick line. I definitely want it to show up, and I am filling it in. I like to do this first. I kind of make my initial line, I fill it in, and then I'm going to go over the entire line once more. Once I've got everything smooth as can be and I'm happy with the amount of liner that's on my lid, I will go and fill in the outer corner and make sure that the wing is just meeting up with the liner smoothly as well. Once I have my liner laid down, I like to go back in with a little bit of the darkest shade that I used. In this case, it is that shade Sandstone, and I am very, very lightly, with a very, very lightly touch, that's the emphasis here, just dusting on a little bit of shading, making sure that the shadow goes out as far as the liner is extended. Now I'm just buffing that shade, making sure that there are no harsh lines, and we are on to the brow bone. I'm taking the shade Kitten. It looks like I'm doing nothing here, but when I turn my head, you will see that there is major glow going on. It really just lifts the brow and looks very angelic and pretty. Onto mascara. I am using Mally's Volumizing Mascara, and I am going to coat the upper and bottom lashes. I didn't go too heavy, knowing that I would be applying some pretty intense false lashes. I will leave which ones I used in the description box below because, of course, as usual, I went way, way, way too close up to the mirror and you guys can't really see me putting on my false lashes. I will figure this out, I promise. And the eyes are done. It's time to line the lips and lipstick and use gloss and just do up our lips. I'm using Gosh Cosmetics Nougat Crisp. I use this like in every tutorial, basically just because it's the same shade as my lips and I like that. I am taking Japanese Maple from MAC and loading my lips up. You see I am going kind of heavy-handed. I really want my lips to look very, very nude, and it's such a pretty color. And then I am layering on top a little bit of Stila lip glaze in Apricot, which is beautiful and really, like, oh my goodness, adds so much shine to your lips. If you're into shine, it's a must-have. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave me requests in the comment section below of what you would like to see next. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time.